What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, December the 29th as we count down to the final few days of 2020. We have Suzanne Opperman with us today, Smart Recovery. And today we're going to talk about celebrating the holidays with family and friends who are in recovery. And that can be a difficult situation sometimes, right?
Yes, it can, because there are many things that can cause triggers, things that are normal for the holidays. You'll see in the stores, you go to family meetings, gatherings, and most typically there's alcohol involved.
Right. But now this year is a little different because we're not able to get together in large groups or in groups at all because of the coronavirus situation. Are you seeing a change in that?
What I'm seeing is the incidence of people slipping, which is what we call it. Many people call it relapse, has skyrocketed because the stress of having to be isolated. One of the things that keeps people from relapsing is other activities, other interests, with their time that they used to use to do whatever their chemical substance might be.
And now because of our quarantining and staying apart, these people do not have that to rely on.
Correct. Yes.
So there's more of a relapse.
There's more relapse right now. The biggest thing that I think COVID causes for people is anxiety. And typically drugs and alcohol are how they cope with feeling anxious because they feel it's overwhelming them. The point of Smart Recovery is to help people with changing how they think. It's a four core items that we look at. And the first one is the desire to change. So you're looking for motivation. And that has to come from the person with dependencies. It cannot come from other people. It has to come from within inside themselves.
So how do you instill that in someone to want to change, to grab onto that desire to change?
Well, that's a very difficult thing for most people to stand back and not try to implement or force someone to go into recovery. And that has been shown to not work. In a very small percentage of time it might, but if you force someone into a recovery program or into prison, the first thing they're going to do when they get out is do whatever their substance is. So as a family member or a friend, what we're looking for is we teach people how to be supportive of their loved one who has dependencies. Just be their friend. You're not there to change their personality, or you can't make them do something different. I mean, maybe initially you can, but that won't stick.
So you can't preach it.
No, preaching absolutely makes their self-esteem go through the floor. They already know that they have major issues, and you don't want to do things that make them feel worse.
So it's almost something that we as family members, we have to learn. We have to reprogram our mind to not be judgmental and say, you're doing this, you're doing that, you need to stop.
Exactly. Absolutely perfect. That's what is the least helpful thing to do. So what we like to talk about is helping family members with dealing with the holidays, because there's big family gatherings, which many people are doing anyway. There will be alcohol served most likely. There will be family members who don't even know the person may be in recovery and keep offering them something to drink. So as a host, you can help that person. First, do they even want to come, or do they think it's going to be too uncomfortable? Because the shame is so overwhelming for them to know that they have something that they're struggling with. So the next thing is to say, okay, if we serve alcohol, is that going to be a problem for you? Would you rather us not have any there so that you feel more comfortable? Or maybe you can bring somebody with you who's also in recovery, and then you have somebody to relate to during the festivities of the evening. Asking them what else they would like to have to drink instead of alcohol. What's their favorite thing? Is it sparkling water? Is it soda? Some alternative. And the big thing is to give them a chance to share what they're going through. If they want to take that opportunity to share with family members, to seek support from them, say, I'm in recovery. I know I've had problems for this amount of time, and I'm letting everybody know that this is my struggle in hopes that they can support me through this.
Okay. And you're talking about this for people who really should not be getting together during the holidays because of the coronavirus. Well, some people are. But for the folks who are not, who have decided that they are going to stay away from large gatherings, how do you address them being alone by themselves and being depressed during the holidays while they're trying to recover from their addiction?
What we do is we help the people in recovery develop a plan. If you don't go into this situation without a plan, then you're going to do the first thing that comes to your mind, which in previous times, hopefully, was to be numb, to drink, to do a drug, etc. So helping them have an idea of other things that they can be doing to occupy their time, reading, watching movies, exercising, going for walks, any kind of activity that can distract them from that urge. Because an urge only lasts about 15 minutes.
Really?
And if they find something to do when that urge first strikes them, they can take their point away from their chemical of choice to do other things.
So you're saying when you get that initial urge, it lasts only about 15 to 20 minutes?
Yes.
If you can get past that initial 15 to 20 minutes, you should be better.
Yes.
It won't come back?
Oh, yes, it will come back. And that's why you have a plan, to be prepared. Because as time goes on, it will happen less often. But initially, when people are in recovery, it can happen multiple times a day. So what we help them work on is to first recognize when that urge hits, count to 10, count to 100, do something to help them figure out what they're going to do instead.
But they have to want to do it.
They have to want to do it.
They have to want to do it.
You can't make someone recover.
Right. If people want some more information about the Smart Recovery Program, where do they go?
smartrecovery.org. It's a major organization that is in over 40 countries. It's been around since 92, just many people have not heard of it. So that's an alternative to other programs that may be available.
Okay, so it's www.smartrecovery.org. Is there a phone number on that website also?
Yes, there is.
Okay, so you get all the information that you need.
And all the meetings right now, or most of them, are online.
Okay.
Every day of the week.
Thank you. Suzanne Opperman, thank you so much for coming by. Remember, wear that mask when you go out and about today. Bye-bye.